All right, so welcome back to the second episode of the CB Fitness Potty. So today I've got on Rhys Brooks. I'll get you to introduce yourself.
All right, how you going, guys? My name's Rhys. I'm 24 and I'm from Pakenham.
Yeah, that's it. So Rhys started with me. You must have started with me. Is it 22 weeks or something now?
Yeah, I think we're nearly finished. I actually think this week's the last week. I think I'll have to double check, but I'm not 100% sure. The second block, 24.
It's the second block.
Yeah,
so we're 24 weeks in now. Rhys started, and we kind of had like a 12-week goal, and we ticked that off real quick. So now we're 20. I think at the 23 week mark.
Yeah,
we ended up clocking 100 kilos, so you were 99.5 off the top.
Yeah, I think it was roughly around 99.4 or 5. It's in that margin, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I guess what I'll start off with is, where were you before you started at CB? Like, in a lot of runs, where were you? You know, mentally, what was your training like? What level of footy were you playing? All those sorts of things.
So I think, mentally and physically, I was just down in the dumps all the time. I don't know. I wouldn't really say depressed, because I've never actually sort of experienced depressed before. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I probably have, I just don't know it. But I wasn't really happy with how I was looking and just how I would feel on the field on playing footy as well. So I was just playing twos in footy when I know I can play senior football. It was just giving that chance to play or getting myself fit. I don't know why. I sort of just let it go. This year when I done my knee, I partially tore my patella tendon in my left knee. So realistically, I'm still playing with a tear in my knee, because they just say, it's just rest. You need like 6 months worth of rest. Where I just can't rest. I always just want to be active and doing something. But having that time off when I had the pain in my knee and before I had to get scans and stuff, the physio was like, you can't do anything. Yeah. So I was like just on the sidelines for 8 or 9 weeks, watching all these blokes running around kicking a pill. I was like having a pretty good start to the pre-season as well, like clocking 2K time trial times for me, like doing better each time we were doing one, to tearing my patella tendon and then not having to train for 9 or 8 weeks.
Yeah, shit. And so that was last pre-season? That was
last pre-season, yeah. So that put me out for... I was already missing round 1 due to suspension anyway, but I missed like the first three rounds after that, just to get my knee right.
Yeah.
And then, I think I messaged you around late November. I was pretty much just sitting in Perth, because I went over to Perth with my partner to go see Coldplay. Yeah. And I said to Chloe, I was like, I can't keep just sitting like this, eating junk food and not looking appealing. I said, I want to do something. And then you popped up on my Instagram a few times, just popping up. And I was like, fuck, I know of you because you played a few practice games with Pakenham, obviously being mates with Liam Tyrrell, who played there as well. I just thought, why not just give it a crack? What have I got to lose? Yeah,
so you had an actual moment of realisation.
Yeah.
Like, you're in Perth, you're away, you're eating whatever you want, and you literally had a moment where you're like, I'm done with this. Like, I
was just laying on the bed waiting to go out, and we were like sitting there, I was just relaxing, and I was just thinking like, fuck, like, sorry for swearing, I don't know if I can swear.
No, that's fine.
But I was just like sitting there realising like, I can't just keep being this big bloke all the time. Like, I wanted to look appealing for my partner whenever we go out, not like, but it's just more self-confidence as well, having the self-confidence to be like, I'm confident in my body. Whereas now I'm still very confident. There's still a long way to go. I'm not happy with certain parts of my body, but I'm still got a long way to go. But back then I was shocking. I'd always just try and hide every way I can to not show any skin at all.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I was going to say there, when you made that, what moment, or was it going to be a question? So making that decision to invest in a coach. So many people, let's take it back a second here. So we look now at how far you've come. So you've lost over 25 kilos. What's the exact number?
I think it's
26?
20, nearly. I think it's 26, because I don't know, I still have a habit of every morning sometimes just weighing myself. I know you say once a week, but I have a habit of just doing it just so I can know how I'm tracking. And I was 97.9 this morning. Yeah. But if we're going by last result, I think it's 26 on the dot, nearly on the dot.
Yeah, so 26 kilos. Now, you actually think about that. Now, it's like, he's lost 26 kilos. No, actually think about 26 kilos worth of fat. Like,
that's a lot.
It is a lot. If you could actually see that, heavier than a plate at the gym. Like,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I haven't done it yet, but I want to carry around a 25 kilo plate.
Yeah.
Just walk around for like 5-10 minutes just to see, like, that's what I was carrying on my body. Like, no wonder my back was getting sore.
Yeah.
No wonder my knees were getting so sore all the time,
crazy.
running around on the footy field. Like, it's ridiculous.
And that's come straight off your body in 22 weeks or 23 weeks. We did that in, and it's absolutely insane. So that was the other point there. So making that decision to invest in a coach, a lot of people are so hesitant where they're like, oh, I'm going to end up spending more money. So this is actually an interesting topic that I want to come off where, do you reckon you almost save more money having a coach and meal prepping, or do you reckon you were spending less before having a coach?
I'm spending less having you, to be honest. It probably doesn't make sense, but like when I allocate myself a budget, so like, because I want to go to and travel overseas next year with my partner, so we've set ourselves a budget, and you fitted in that budget perfectly, and I allocate my spending for my groceries each week.
Yeah.
And I very rarely go over the spending, because I try and buy bulk.
Yeah.
So then it saves me going back again in Coles buying those same things over and over again. It's mainly just the chicken.
Yeah.
But I'm saving heaps of money with having you. It's ridiculous how much money I'm saving.
Yeah, because that's what I've always realised as well, because I've got a coach too, and he's obviously more, he is more expensive, but I invested when I was young too. So years ago I invested in a coach.
Yeah.
And it's not just the fact that you're buying your food in bulk, but I think it's also the lifestyle change.
Oh, so yeah, for sure.
You go from going out and everyone buys whatever their choice of poison is, and they're spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and then you've got your Uber Eats and things like that, and people are buying all this stuff and spending way more. So like, I'll save this amount on a coach, and then they go and they get Uber Eats even just once a week, and it's like I just thought that was an interesting topic to come up, because a lot of people say that when they're about to get a coach, I don't know if I can afford that. It's like, well, what happens in that process is your lifestyle changes. Everything's prepped, meal prepped in the fridge, and then on top of that you're chasing a goal which you can't really put a price on anymore.
I think early days, like I reckon, like during COVID especially, like obviously you couldn't go out and do anything, but Uber Eats was like number one.
That was
like it was number one for me, and that's probably what made me put on most of the size as well. It's just eating Uber Eats. And like even last year, like I look back to last year, like on a Saturday, I'd go, like say we go out, like I just had my mate's 21st on the weekend, and I didn't drink at all. Like as I told you, I full cut out drinking completely.
Yeah, Rhys, you've been sober for how long?
I reckon I stopped drinking in like January. I had my mate's birthday at Pink Hill, and I had a couple of vodka lime sodas. I'm thinking, nah.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like the taste of the drink. I just hate the waking up on a Sunday morning just hungover. Like I just can't deal.
Yeah,
it's just not me anymore.
Yeah.
So
it's not you anymore. It's just a complete what do you call it? Yeah, just a complete change.
Full change. So I had the 21st. I just drove a whole heap of people in, like my mates, so they had a place to. Not only don't have to save money on an Uber, but it's like then they have a safe way to get home. Yeah. And I have to worry about catching train or an Uber, whereas I can just take them straight home.
Yeah. So then at the start of your journey with me, so we started off with all meals and still meals that you enjoy now. So when you first started meal prepping, was that a bit daunting? Was it
it was hard. At the start, I was getting my partner to help me meal prep because I had no idea what I was doing. Like I can't cook. Like I can say it now, I can't cook for shit.
Yeah.
But now that I've done it for 24 weeks now, I know what I'm doing. I know when I go into Coles, I know what section I'm going. Like I just know where to get everything is. Like on a Sunday morning, it's just like, all right, I'm going to Coles in the early morning, get it over and done with, because then I can just spend the rest of my day just having a relaxed time, doing what I need to do. And it's just like, even if it's just footy on the TV, just watch footy, because I just love footy.
Yeah.
So, but at the early days, it was shocking. Like,
it
was really hard. Like sometimes I was like, I really can't bother cooking because I don't know how to cook. Yeah. But then now it's just like Sundays that's just what I'm doing. Sundays I just meal prep. That's it.
Yeah, because the funniest quote that I get a lot is I don't have time to meal prep. And then the best response I ever heard to that was, I don't have time not to meal prep.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, like how does that person have time to deal with the chaos when, say, Monday, Tuesday rolls around and you don't have anything prepped? So then you got to quickly go buy something from the server, or you try cook something, or you whip together what was last night, or you try. I don't even know what they do because I haven't dealt with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think some people are so different though. Like some people say that they don't have time to meal prep, but they're happy to go out on a Saturday night and spend a couple $100 on a few drinks or whatever. Do whatever they like. Good on them. It's their own life. But if you make the time, there's plenty of time to like do everything that you need to do. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing with Rhys is how many people you've inspired. Like, it's insane. I've never had so many people say,
"Oh, that's good. It makes me feel good."
Yeah, I'm following you to watch Rhys's journey. Like, I've had those messages.
Oh, really? That makes me feel good. Because like I don't know, it's just like it's nice. Like people from the footy club say it as well. Like I'm so proud of you over how far you've come and all that sort of stuff, and it makes me feel good. Like it just makes me happy that people are noticing the change and how like my brain's just switched to wanting to do better in life, really. Like that's pretty much just about it. I just wanted a full life change. Yeah. And now it's just my everyday life and I don't get sick of it. I don't complain. Some days in the morning I go, do I want to go to the gym today? But in the back of my head when I get home from work is, all right, let's go to the gym straight away. So it's like I'm still going every day, getting the 3 sessions that we have in. So I'm still doing it.
Yeah, no, it's not even, it's discipline over motivation always, you know. How do you stay motivated? I get that question so much. Like, even like for me, like I compete and all that and I go hard, but I tell you what, there's probably only 20% of sessions where I'm like, I can't wait to go to the gym. Like it is like, I just do it because that's my plan. If you've got a plan set, which is huge, so your coach, I give you a plan. This is what you're eating. This is your training plan. Yeah. In my head, and anyone with a serious goal, they will just tick those boxes. They will just tick boxes.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Sorry, I think from 105 kilos, when I was getting real close to getting out of the hundreds, I think I started to really dial in and like pretty much it was just like as soon as I got home, bang, eat, go straight to the gym, and then come home, have my protein shake, and then was pretty much whipping up my dinner. And I'm weird, so like the only thing I'm prepping is I'll buy the chickens. I cut the chickens up into their 150 for my lunch, and then I'll do my chickens for the zinger burger, freeze it, but I meal prep all my pre-workout meals. And then I'm making everything the night before. So like I buy the shredded lettuce in the bag, put 50 in there, put the salsa in 50, have like a little container for the yogurt, and then I crunch up the tacos in there. So I'm weird. You might not probably like it like that, but it's easy for me. And it's just so much easier for me to do. But like I'm still doing it every day. So like in save it being in the fridge. The only thing I'm freezing is my pre-workout meal and all the chicken that I've cut up.
Yeah, and you work out your own systems too. But for me, mine's always just in the fridge ready to go. You can freeze a couple of them. I probably should. I've copped it once, man. I got pretty sick. But overall, I can usually get away with 7 days worth of chicken, and then that's me. I'm done. So
I only do the 7 days. So like I'll buy enough chicken for 7 days, but that's enough for my lunch and dinner. But then I'll go to Coles and buy it again. But I just always have this fear in the back of my mind, I'm just going to sit in the fridge for so many days, I don't want to do it. So then I'll just get it out of the freezer, defrost it, cook it up, and then it's just good to go. But it's like, it's just what's worked for me, and it's worked for me for 24 weeks now, and it's...
Yeah, there you go.
And that's just, I don't get sick of it.
And so we sort of look back there, so through your whole journey, so at the start, like you had a moment of realization where, you know, you were depressed, or somewhat depressed, not happy with where you were anyway, and then just taking control of it, which is huge. There's so many people where they want to take control of it, they just don't take action. They nearly get to that step, like I'll even get those applications, but they pop up and they're like, yeah, bro, I'm keen. They might even have a call with me, and then they just hesitate, like, I gotta invest in it, or now I'm committing, because that's a big commitment.
Yeah, it's a big commitment once you do it.
You just gotta make that move, just that step.
That was me though. That was me when I was chatting to you over the phone. Like that was me, and as soon as I put the first week of payment through, I'm like, well, I'm stuck now. I gotta do it. Like I gotta do it. And I was just like, my partner's like, what do you got to lose? And I said, that's when I said, well, that's exactly right. What have I got to lose? Yeah,
because it is that. It's like now you're committing. Not only just like, you're spending money, but it's also now you've said it out loud. Well, some people don't even want to say it out loud. Like, I want abs. It's like, well, you're 120 kilos.
It's just a sense of realization to think that they got to do all that hard work to get to where they want to be. It's daunting for some people. Like it was for me. Like you can see me at 80 kilos, 85 kilos. For me, that's still just that's not like for me it's like, it's impossible.
And I'm huge on that. I think Conor McGregor's obviously had that quote before, where you got to see it before it happens. And that is huge with the fitness side of things. Like before, even when I was in my off season, I got very fluffy. So coming out of my comp, I just I've screwed up. I went on holiday, I drank, I ate, and I had the biggest sweet tooth after my comp, and I've learned from that. But regardless, in my off season at the start of this year, I was very fluffy, so I had a lot of muscle tissue, but I had a lot of fat too.
Yeah.
And I still had the ability to sit there at the start or the end of last year and be like, I'm going to look like this. I knew what I wanted to look like.
Yeah.
Every time I trained, every time I was hungry, I kept picturing exactly what I wanted to look like. Maybe it helped because I'd been shredded before.
Yeah.
But I knew what I wanted, and when you can vision what you want, you will get there. So anyone that's sitting there and they're a bit overweight, you just got to be able to picture it. And I try to drill that into you. It's like, it sounds insane, but the trajectory that you're on, like, there's no reason why. So that would mean by the end of the year, that's, say, another 20 kilos or so. That means you have a six-pack. And it's like, I'm trying to drill that even into you, but it's hard for you to obviously say it. But it's like, I'm telling you, the trajectory that you're on and the mindset you've got. So the mindset you've got is the biggest part. It's not physical. You got that mentality, and no doubt you'll fucking get there, man. It's and it's crazy to see. It'll be one of the most insane things.
Oh, it'd be just a full lifestyle change, I think, too. Like, it pretty much is, really. Like, it's just a full
lifestyle's there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm looking forward to it. Like, it's not like I can't not see it.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's hard to imagine it at the time.
Shit, yeah.
Especially when you're like still at like probably just over 100 kilos when you were telling me. It's like, I'm like, oh, nah.
Yeah.
I'll be happy with just like 90 kilos. But when you be like, oh, nah, I can see 80, 85, like 100%. Because I've been 80 kilos, 85 kilos before. Was when I done my first lot of weight loss in 2017. The back end of 16 and 17, I lost nearly like 20 kilos as well.
Yeah, right.
So, one of the blokes just from footy said, anyone want to go to the gym? And I was just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So it was when I first went to the senior club, and then by round 1, I was like 84 kilos.
Ah, shit. So how old were you been there?
17. I was just turning 17. I was 17. So just turning 18 midway point through 2017. So 17, just getting fit, and then all I wanted to do was go to the gym and play footy.
And I think a lot of people went and would relate to that in COVID, man. Like, COVID was a tough time for a lot of people, where it was a lot of Uber Eats. It was confusing times. You're not leaving the house, and it was a good excuse. I was drinking a lot too. I drank a
you
lot
and me both.
in COVID. Yeah, I think a lot of people.
I wouldn't say COVID. I was punting a fair bit.
Oh, true.
Yeah, because the footy was on every day, and when you couldn't do much, mate, footy on Monday to Friday. Just cut a couple of bit of multis, and then a couple of beers here and there. But no, it's just punting, really.
Oh, punting.
Yeah, full on footy multis, man. Like, full on. I love it.
That's dangerous.
It is dangerous, but I've mellowed out a bit now, which is good, because I got to be careful with what I spend and what I do with my money. So it's just like
so you're financially conscious too.
Oh yeah, I check everything I spend. I just jot it down so I know. So when I get paid again, I just know that you've got this much left in, so now you can put that much in your savings. Yeah,
I'm probably pretty bad like that, but that's good. That is something important as well,
Yeah. So I've kind of switched off a bit.
You've grown up pretty quick.
Yeah, 24. I've grown up a bit. I should have grown up a lot earlier than that, but I've grown up now, so it's good.
No, it is true. Like, I even think back to when you started 20 weeks ago to now. Like, you've just changed so much. Like, just even as a person, it's insane, and it's rubbing off on a lot of people, man. And
that's good. It makes me feel good. If it makes, like one of your clients who I used to go to school with, I don't know if he doesn't mind me using his name, but Nash. I used to go to Hallam with him, and he messaged me saying that, like, I've inspired him to sign up with you and start with you. That makes me feel good. As long as if I do one thing in the world that makes someone else feel good, to start them to lose weight or do whatever, and then that's just a bonus.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of those things, it's a ripple effect. It ends up affecting more people than you know. So it's like, we're just in southeast Melbourne, but that can have a ripple effect. So then, Nash can then motivate someone else, and it ripples on out. And it's probably the same with this podcast. There's probably people like, as if you start a podcast, like only however many people see it or whatever. But it's like, that's a ripple effect. So if there's like 5 people watching this and they're like, wow, I'm really inspired by Rhys's story, then that has its own effect on a small group, and it ripples out. So it has a positive effect. So people can always say what they want, but at the end of the day, as long as you're putting a positive message out there and doing positive things like you are, man, it's grouse for everyone.
No, it makes me feel good. I love it. I love it when people just it's just nice to hear those things, and people say nice things, that you're working so hard, because I'm fucking working my ass off. Every day.
No, you are. that is one of the things I always try to say. Yeah, you can eat your favorite meals and that, which you can. The meals are really good, but it does take discipline, bro. Like, you know, I'll do my best to always, you know, have your pancakes, have this, and they will work macros and you'll get the result, but at the same time, it does take discipline.
Yeah.
Even if I'm throwing a paddle pop or ice cream in someone's plan, they just can't put that spoon down, you know.
Bro, that ice cream is dangerous, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So,
sometimes I want more than 100 grams. I can tell you that. It's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
That's why I do try to stick to single serving things like that. That's actually a good topic. Hacks for staying on nutrition. Someone actually asked me that. So I made a video on this, but some of the hacks, when you guys are getting hungry, it means you're bored. So I made a video on it, but I'm telling you, you're either dehydrated or you're just bored and you're thinking about food because you're not going to starve. You know,
just drink water.
That's right.
That's all I do. Like, I sit behind an office screen, so I'm used to, realistically, I'm a landscaper by trade. I'm a certified landscaper by trade. I got my certificate, everything, all that. And then I just wanted to, I don't know, just something happened, and then it just got a job with my mates at this joint, and now I'm in an office just doing office work. And if I feel like I'm hungry, I just smash water.
Yeah.
But like it's getting rare and rare now because I'm just drinking that much water every day.
Yeah.
But it's just, if you're really hungry, water.
Yeah, well, there you go. But then on top of that, there is other things that you can do. So what I say is have sugar-free jelly in the fridge. You can pack that. That is seriously like 7 calories. Then you can have sugar-free Super Dupers. So when I was really cutting deep and I was digging to get as shredded as I could for the comp, I was having Super Dupers late at night. So I'd have like 2 of them. It was like 10 calories. It was nothing. And then you can also have the sugar-free drinks.
Game changer.
Yeah, game changer.
Sugar-free solos are the go-to drink right now.
Bro, I'm drinking heaps.
The old man is sucking them down like a straw, mate. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and people say, oh, what do they replace the sugar with? It can't be good for you. It's like, well, you know what's not good for you? Being overweight, binge eating. That's not good for you.
That's not good for you.
Having those things to curb those cravings from having heaps of ice cream or something like that is much better for you. I promise you that.
Hey, the solo no sugars. Oof.
Yeah. So, I guess also here, I sort of wanted to touch on the new CB fitness platform. It's a bit off topic, I guess, but so when you started with me, it was the Google Sheets.
Yeah, the Google Sheets, yeah.
When I first started, the real OGs would know this, but I had a really old laptop that my dad gave me, and I was sending out meal plans and training plans are just on PDF files and sending them to them on Facebook. That's how I started, bro. That was literally just over a year ago.
It's crazy how time flies, though.
Yeah, it does, man. So I've obviously invested so much money, like pouring back into it. But in my opinion, it's compounded. But now it's on the app. The app was grouse. I reckon that was a game changer.
The app's good. It's easy to use.
Yeah.
And it's just, I reckon it's grouse.
Yeah, that was a game changer because then it's got that shopping list and everything. So it made a massive difference, I reckon. And then the new recipes are coming out too, which I wanted to touch on because that recipe book was good as.
Yeah.
And now I think I've got 40 or 50 more coming out, so I've got to release them. But what has been so you've been eating the same meals for a while. What is your favourite meals at the moment?
Oh, the chicken tacos and definitely the ice cream. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind a good homemade zinger burger, but sometimes I reckon I don't do it as well. Sometimes some days are good, like good crunch. Some days are not always good crunch, but I know the chicken tacos and the ice cream are just a hit every time.
The chicken tacos do look good. I haven't had them yet. And you know what? That overnight wheat bix, I just made that video.
Yeah,
I hadn't actually made that before.
So I whipped it up on the go.
Bro, I just whipped it up for that video. It took me 5 minutes.
Oh, that looked good too, though. The old man, I did that off. He's
got to give it a go. That thing is goated.
He loved it. He liked it too. He was like, oh, that looks all right.
Yeah, you whip it up in 2 seconds because that's the point I was trying to prove. It's like, I got to do the overnight wheat bix. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this can't be that hard. And I just smashed it together, made that video. I made the video just in one shoot.
Yeah, that's good.
And it was, seriously, the video was done in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, you're laughing then, mate. No, I've had the same meals since I've started. I haven't changed. I haven't asked for one change.
Which I'm telling you should be. But I mean, I can't talk because I keep my lunch and pre-workout meal the same because I meal prep them, and I do rotate my breakfast and my dinner. I like to keep that changing, but that routine is king. You've got your routine down. If you throw that out, might not have meal prepped. And
it's probably mainly the brekkie I'd probably want to change, but at the moment I'm still loving the egg and bacon.
Yeah,
it's just you just can't go wrong with an egg and bacon wrap.
Nah. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
breakfast wrap.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that thing is good. I was posting that on my story and instantly everyone's like, oh, I want that.
Yeah,
I don't know what we must just be good chefs or something.
No, I'm no chef, mate, but I'm no Gordon Ramsay. I wish I could, mate. Don't you worry.
Yeah, people ask me how to cook the pasta and I'm I'm no chef. Like, I can cook it, but I couldn't give you a recipe.
Yeah, couldn't tell you how long to actually leave the pasta in there. I just go till it's soft.
No, mine's definitely not pretty. But in saying that, actually, we'll jump on some of these questions. So
far away.
There's a couple good ones. One of them just told me to tell you that you're sexy.
Oh no. It's probably one of my mates, no doubt.
Yeah, it was, I reckon. Antonio, 17.
Yeah.
Tell Rhys he's sexy.
Yeah, it's my best mate's brother, older brother. I see him at the gym all the time. He's always there.
Yeah, well,
he's another one. He's lost a lot of weight too. He's a big boy as well, and he's lost a shit ton of weight. Like his younger brother, who I'm best mates with as well, he's like full mind flipped him to become better as well, and now he's like the same thing. Like he's lost like nearly 35 kilos, I think.
Yeah, see, that's what I love, man. There's a lot of positive stuff going on. So and that is another thing that I want to talk about is if any of these young blokes or anyone coming up that's getting good results and they put themselves out there or they post a photo or something and they get a bit of hate, honestly message me because like, sorry, mind my language, but fuck them. Like, anyone that's hating, everyone that I'm surrounded by, so my mates, like, they'll be like, oh yeah, nice work, man. Oh, looks like you're doing well, looks good. But they don't have that much time to be like that invested in me. So if someone is going out of their way to be like, oh, you're an idiot, or look at this vlog or whatever, they don't have enough going on, bro. No. They don't have enough going on in their life because I'm telling you, I'm way too busy. You've got your own goals. You don't have time to stop and go, oh, look at this idiot. If anyone has time to do that, flop. Honestly.
Just piss off, mate.
Yeah. All right. I actually had a good one here. How has your partner supported you through your weight loss journey?
That's a good one. I think, Chloe's been pretty good. Like, she's always encouraged me to just keep going. Even if it gets too hard, just keep going. Yeah. So, I don't know. And her family's real supportive as well, which is good. Because, I'm an only child, so I really don't have anyone to lean off, whereas she's got two older brothers as well, so it makes, like, they're pretty much my brothers now. Like, I've been with her for a long time. Yeah. But, like, because my parents are all, like, my old man shift work, so he's barely ever home, and then mum's sort of barely ever home as well. So when I go there, they're just, or even everyone's just all encouraging. But she's been, like, number one, like, being there by my side the whole time. Like, I tell her, oh, I'm going to the gym this week, I can't wait for the gym. She goes, oh, like that's so good. Like, I'm so happy for you. Like, and she's like, oh, I'm always so proud of how far you've come. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, she can barely even recognize for what I used to look like, that's for sure. And that's what I strive for. Like, I want to be just a better partner for her, not only, but also, like, look better for her as well, and just try and be more appealing instead of being just a fat slob.
Yeah, no, that's mad, man. And, you know, that is another good topic there is who your partner is. It can make or break you. I've definitely, you know, or most people date people and they're like, we need to go out for dinner, let's go out for dinner. But you've told them your goal. Like, my goal is to do this. But some partners will actually nag them, like, we need to go out for dinner, I want to go here, you're boring. Yeah. You know, what you've got, that support system is awesome, man.
Yeah, she's pretty, I'm pretty lucky. She's unreal, to be honest. But we both play footy, that's how I met her.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I get the old joke at the footy club. I get a fine, like, every couple of weeks that my partner's better than me at footy, which we both know it's not true, so.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I didn't realise that. But, no, definitely got a good support system, man. It's really, really good. So.
Good question, that one.
Yeah, no, that was good. Well, I've got an interesting one here. I'll ask it because you want me to. Would Rhys ever consider to do a bodybuilding competition?
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Smith.
I've thought about it. If I wasn't playing footy,
that mentality that you could.
If I wasn't playing footy, I'd do it.
Yeah.
My old man's like, oh yeah, that'd be cool to do.
Yeah.
Some people don't agree with it, but pardon me, I've always thought about doing it. Like, because I used to watch when I was younger, it was like Callum Von Moger, C-Bum when he was really starting to get at his peak.
Yeah.
I used to just watch them all the time, like, you know, the old usual Kai Green, Ronnie Coleman. Like, I used to just watch them when I was like 17 because I was just in love with the gym.
Yeah.
Maybe one day when I decide to hang up the boots from footy and I've had enough for doing a pre-season every year, then I probably would give it a crack one time to see what it's actually like and how far it can actually push you.
Yeah.
At this point in time, not at the moment, because I'm just happy with footy, and footy's going really well for me at the moment, so I'm loving it.
And the biggest dictator of whether someone can step on stage is going to be that mentality. Can you be hungry and not snack? All right, you can tick that box. You know, can you do it for a long period of time?
Yeah.
Tick that box. Are you always drinking alcohol? Nah. These are the things where I look at people. They reply after I did my comp, I want to compete. This is.
It's a lot to go in. Like I've known a few blokes that, obviously with yourself included, like a lot of blokes put a lot of time and effort, and it can really take a toll on them. It can really push their mental game real. Like even just watching like the bigger blokes do it, like the big IFB pro guys can do it. Yeah, it real pushes them when you get an insight on YouTube and how hard they have to do it. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy, man. It puts a lot of pressure on their family too, partners. You know,
it's full on.
You don't have much time for anyone. You can't really talk at some points. It's very intense.
Yeah.
But you do have that mentality, man. You could do it. So, that's what I've realised this time. The first time I did my comp, I almost didn't understand the art of it. And I still don't consider myself a bodybuilder. I just like pushing myself. But in saying that, I realise the art of it now. It's just that drive to getting as shredded as you possibly can and just trying to build something that isn't average. And that ended up being my why. I spoke about on the other podcast. That was it. This is what I've got. That's what I realised, maybe it sounds a little bit sad, but I'm like, this is all I've got. Like, this is me. I have this ability to get shredded. I've got decent genetics, but I've got that. Only a certain amount of people can dig this deep and get shredded, so I want to be above average, and if there's anyone else out there with that dream, well, you better be ready to work.
It's hard, man. Like I've never tried it. I've thought about it, but I've never done it, but it just looks hard. But like, it's, if you're willing to put in the hard work and do it, then it's going to be, you'll make it easier for yourself for sure.
100%. And anything that's comes easy isn't worth it, and it is far from easy, but is probably one of the most rewarding things you could do. So it's definitely on the cards in the future.
Absolutely.
Alright, so this one, how has the impact of your weight loss journey changed your lifestyle now? We kind of touched on that a little bit, but if you want to add to it.
I think just footy, it's easier for footy.
Well, you ended up playing seniors now, so that was our first goal, which we
set round one, which was my goal for round one, was to play in the senior team, and then that's ticked off, and now I haven't been out yet. I'm still in the team, so which is good for me at the moment. I'm a defender, and we have a lot of defenders at the footy club, which is hard, and me not being overly tall or overly quick, I just sort of take the key position role and sort of just try and play on the bigger bodies because I love playing on a one-on-one situation. But it's just having all your mates around you, like all the senior blokes around you, just backing you in each week. But so far, I haven't been kicked out yet. I'm still in the senior team playing, so hopefully I'm in again this week.
Yeah, so it's had obviously impacts in every single realm, and so then another good one here. What motivated you? I guess that would nearly touch back to what did motivate you. Was it obviously when you were in Perth, just that moment?
I think just for footy, because I just love footy so much, and I reckon if I was still 125 kilos, I can tell you now I wasn't going to play again. I was just going to hang them up because it's just too hard. Early before I went to Perth, we started pre-season late October, early November. I can't exactly remember, but when we do the running, one of the blokes, his old man's, is like a full runner, so his boys are like runners, so we do like running with him, with Wayno, and we do the running, and I'm just at the back, just trying to go as hard as I can. I'm at the back, everyone else is lapping me. I'm thinking, like, fuck this shit. It's just ridiculous. And then I was just like, and I had to stop a few times. Like, if Wayno's like, Brooksy, if you have to stop. And I never want to, because then it just means you're just a quitter if you keep stopping. And then there's one time I actually just had to stop because I couldn't keep going. That was like a real eye opener for me. Like, once we finished training, I was just like, nah, like, that's like fucked.
Yeah, and it is easy for people to end up almost sleepwalking through life. And what I mean is, like, it probably was a phase that you went through. Like, obviously then you woke up, but there is almost times where you kind of like, and I've done it too, maybe again through COVID, but you can find yourself almost like you just go to your job, you know, you go to footy training, you kind of eat whatever, there's no real structure, no routine, and then it's just like, that's what I'd like to think at least I'm delivering with my thing. That's what I'm trying to drill into people. I'm not just giving diets. What I want to do is go, here is a blueprint of your routine, and if you follow this, you will get directly to your goal.
And it works.
And
that's what shocked me. Like, it works.
Yeah, there you go. So I want to be that wake up call. Like, that's what I want it to be. Like, oh, here it is. All right, now I know where my life's headed. Instead of walking around sleepwalking, all right, here it is. Let's go. And then, you know, I'll check in with me. I'll hold you accountable. Let's.
That's why that's why I love doing it though, because you just hold me accountable all the time. I reckon if I stop doing it, I'll just fall off the edge a bit. Like, I'd still probably go to the gym because I've got that motivation now for the gym again. It's just more so like your nutrition side of things. And as people say, it's like 80% diet, 20% training, because that's what it is. If you full change your lifestyle eating, then that's just, everything else will just take care of itself.
100%. And there's something to be said about coaches having a coach. So I've got a coach, my coach has a coach, his coach has a coach, and it's like so if you're signing up with me and you're hesitant, it's like trust me, don't be hesitant. Like, I've got to coach myself. Like, I believe in this is, you know, what I like to do. So definitely can wake some people up from, you know, just going around in circles.
Yeah, for sure.
I had one here. Who's the best players you verse in footy?
Best players I've versed in footy.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Oh, there's a few. One of them's playing a VFL, but he got drafted, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, there's some good quality players that play in local league. Like, you know, in the league we're in, there's a few ex-AFL players getting around, but I don't really play on them because...
I don't know if he meant himself or something.
Yeah, he probably did, but it's obviously not him.
Yeah. But... that was pretty much it, bro. We just wanted to talk about that journey, and that was it. So, done.
I appreciate you for having me. It was really good. But I probably blabbered on a fair bit, but I just like talking. So,
bro, people want to hear it. That's why I brought you on here, because I already know there's so many people that just wanted to hear sort of your whole journey through it. So hopefully we dug deep enough on that. You know, it obviously started at Perth. You had that moment, you went through COVID and all that, and you had that moment of realization, and you literally just took life by the fucking balls.
Yeah,
that's what you did. It's kind of what I was talking about there. You're doing whatever, and then you're just like, I'm going for it. I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah.
Take that leap. And look at you now, man, like, insane. There's one version of you that went one route and you probably weigh the same or way less and you're not playing footy. And then there's this version of you that just took life by the balls, and now look at where you are. So
we're flying, mate. That's what we're doing. We're flying.
And now the trajectory you're on, it's insane, man. It motivated me. It kept me motivated even.
Well, that's good.
Prep. So,
yeah, that's bloody good, mate.
It's unreal, man. So, so hopefully a lot of people got some benefit.
Hopefully they enjoy the potty, mate.
Yeah, that's it, bro. Because there's people that'll be where you were, 20 weeks ago. It was only 20-something weeks ago.
Yeah.
And the people are sitting there right now watching it, and they're where you were. So, it's just one of those things that can inspire a lot of people. So
that's the plan.
It's good having you on here, bro.
Appreciate you, Corey. That was me.
You did well, bro.
Thanks, bro. I was nervous at the start when it came in. I don't know what it's like. I'll probably just blabber on and just talk dribble the whole time.
I knew once you got about a couple minutes